Hello everybody, welcome to this next video. Here we will prove the convolution theorem. So here I have written the statement of the convolution theorem. This theorem says that if you have fx and gx, they are two functions and they are piecewise continuous functions and they are of exponential order. It means that the Laplace transformation for them is defined. Then we are saying that the Laplace transform of f star g, which is a convolution of f and g, is equal to Laplace transform of f product with Laplace transform of g. So we want to prove this theorem. So what we are doing, we are going to start with the right hand side. So your right hand side is Laplace transform of f into Laplace transform of g, right? So I'll just do the definition. I know the Laplace transform of a function f of x is defined as e raised to power minus s into some dummy variable. I am taking tau here into that function d tau. 0 to infinity are the limits of integration. Then you have L of g of x here, that is 0 to infinity e raised to power minus su. U here is another dummy variable gu du, right? So I can just do this thing, that 0 to infinity, these are the limits for tau. Then you have this limits for u, right? And you have this e raised to power minus s tau plus u f tau du. You have this, doesn't matter, du d tau, they are independent. You can do like this. So here what I am doing, I have just taken first integrate with respect to u, then integrate with respect to tau, right? So this I can write. So this is my right hand side. Fine. Now we have to somehow manipulate this integral so that we get it as L of f star g. So this is what our aim is. So we have to somehow make it as f star g. Somewhere in the picture should come f star g, right? Okay. So what we are going to do, and also this variable, right? Because f star g and Laplace transform, it means that we want something minus e raised to minus st f star g t dt, right? This is what we want. So it means that in place of two things I want one thing here. So I have this in my mind, that let us put it equal to something. Okay, fine. So right now if you look at the integration is what? You have two variables here, u and tau, right? So you have u and tau, and limits are 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity. So you are integrating over this whole region, right? Fine, no problem. Now what I am going to do, I am going to put this tau plus u as another variable. For that, what I am doing, because I am integrating here with respect to u, so I fix this tau. For a fixed tau, let us fix tau for this part only, right? And then you put this tau plus u equal to some another variable t. Now you have your u will be eliminated, so you have another axis where you have t and you have tau. So your u is actually t minus tau, right? So instead of integrating in this region where you have axis as u and tau, you will integrate in the region where you have axis as t and tau. Fine. So you see what will happen here. In place of this tau plus u, you will write as t. Here in place of u, you will write as t minus tau. Fine. And what else? You should know what is du. Du will be dt, right? Now what will be the limits of integration of u? Limits of integration of u, right? So u is t minus tau and t is from 0 to infinity, and tau you have fixed. So it means that when t is 0, u is t minus 0. When t is 0, you have u equal to, I'm sorry, so you have when t equal to t, your limits for t are from 0 to infinity. Just a minute. So and your u is, yeah, fine. So when your t is 0, you will get your u to be 0 minus tau. You will get it equal to minus tau, and when t equal to infinity, sorry, I'm looking for the limits of t. I'm sorry, that is the confusion here. Okay, fine. I'm looking for the limits of t because now my new thing is t and tau, right? So I'm looking for the limits of t. Okay, fine, that is the confusion here, that is why I'm getting, let me write again. Okay, so I'm looking for the limits of t because I'm changing into t. Fine. Okay, so we are looking for the limits of t, right? So your t is here tau plus u, right? So and u has limits from, I'm sorry for the confusion, from 0 to infinity, and tau is fixed. Therefore t has the limits from when u is 0, so you have tau plus 0, that is tau, and when u is infinity, your limits are infinite, right? So you see your integral, this integral, you just look at this integral. I am going to write it again, right? So your integral was, till now we had reached here, right hand side is 0 to infinity f of tau 0 to infinity e raised to minus s tau plus u gu du d tau, right? And here now we are putting this thing equal to t, and limits for t are t equal to tau to infinity e raised to minus st g. In place of u, you will have a t minus tau, and in place of du, you will have dt, right? And then you have d tau and f tau 0 to infinity, right? So this is your right hand side. Now you remember these are the limits for t and these are the limits for tau. So you are first integrating with respect to t and then with respect to tau. So you can just write it like this: 0 to infinity tau to infinity e raised to minus st f tau g of t minus tau dt d tau. So you have this thing that you have a function and you are first integrating with respect to t and then with respect to tau. So you have this till now, still we don't get that f star g thing, because you have here s, you are integrating with respect to t and still you have e raised to power st, so you cannot take this thing out. Fine. So what we can do, right? So if you look at the picture, you have t and tau here, and if you look at this domain of integration, so what is this? T is from tau to infinity, right? T equal to tau is this line, and t equal to infinity is like till here, and then this is infinite, and tau is from 0 to infinity. So this is the region of integration, right? So if we draw it nicely, so this is the region of integration here. This is the region of integration, and because where this is your t axis and this is your tau axis. Now if you are integrating with respect to t first and then tau, it means that you have horizontal stripes here, right? Now I want to change the order of integration. That now your mathematics 1 course come into the picture. Change the order of integration. For that, what we have to do, we have to draw the vertical stripes, right? Now vertical stripes, now you look at the limits. For that, what you do, you see that the entry point and the exit point. Now you see here the entry point is tau equal to 0 and the exit point is tau equal to t. So limits for tau will become tau from 0 to tau equal to t, and then for limits for t is such that you have to cover whole the stripes, that obviously is from 0 to infinity. So your order of integration will change like this, that you will have, these are the limits for tau 0 to t, right? And then these are the limits for t is from 0 to infinity. Inside your function is unchanged. So please, if anybody is not comfortable with this, then you can go back and see you are changing the order of integration in Maths 1 course. So here you had dt and d tau. Now you will change the order, d tau and dt. Fine. Okay, so this is your right hand side. Now you see, if you are integrating with respect to tau first, because this term does not contain any tau term, so you can take it out. So e raised to minus st into this integral. This is 0 to infinity, 0 to t f tau g of t minus tau d tau dt. Now look at this expression here. What is this? Here you see this is a dummy variable, right? So f of tau g of t minus tau d tau, and limit is from 0 to t. So this is nothing but f star g at t. dt e raised to minus st 0 to infinity, right? So this is what is this. By definition, this is L of f star g. So you get that L of f star g is L of f into L of g. So this is the convolution theorem, hence proved. And we'll see that we most of the times we'll use instead of this statement we are going to use that f star g t is equal to L inverse of, if you call it as f of p and you call it as g of p, right? So this is the theorem, this is equivalent, right? We'll use this most of the times, right? In the next video we'll do some problems. Thank you for watching our video. Please do share and subscribe, and also you can join our channel for paid membership. We have 3 plans, 59, 89 and 119, right? For this you have this 3 live sessions in a month, and for this you have 3 live sessions plus 1 video of your own choice. You can send us the topic and we will create a video in a week and we will send you back, or we'll upload on our channel. And plus in this 119 you will have your own PDF notes for a particular playlist. You can go into the join button, you can click the button and you will have detailed information about that, right? And this money, this will not only help you, but it will also help us to create this quality mathematics content for everybody, right? So we are creating these videos for free, and we want that everybody should have a quality mathematics education. So whatever you are contributing, it is kind of donation also. It will be, it will help us in scaling up our channel for more videos, and we will try to cover as much as topics as possible. Thank you for your support. Please share this video and keep supporting. Thank you.